That's not true. That is absolutely incorrect, bro. You don't need nobody to support you, bro. I don't care who it is. You don't need your mama. You don't need your daddy. You don't need your grandpa. You don't need your friends. You don't need your dog. You don't need your cat. You don't need your turtle. You don't need your squirrel. You don't need nobody, bro, except you and the man upstairs, bro. That's it, bro. Because at the end of the day, bro, you got people who only gonna support you once they start seeing progress, bro. They only gonna support you when they start seeing you grow. They only gonna support you when they start seeing your grind finally pay off. And that's just how it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like me, bro, I only had 2 people to support me on my YouTube grind, bro. And that's my own brother and one of my homeboys, bro. Other than that, nobody cared. Nobody thought I was gonna make it. Nobody thought I was gonna be where I'm at except me. That's why I say you don't need support system, bro. Nobody cares, bro. Nobody cares until you already there. Nobody cares until they see a little buzz behind your name. That's when they want to hop on a little train and say, hey, bro, I've been supporting you, bro. I rock with the grind, bro. No, bro. I don't want to hear that now. Because me, I used to DM people on Twitter. People that I ain't even know, people that I was just randomly DMing people. The link to my YouTube, hey, bro, can you know what I'm saying, subscribe to my channel? It'll help me out a lot. Get what they say? No. Get what they say? No. And now, 2-3 years later, 4 years later, the same people who going back and seeing that I DM'd them 3 years ago, guess what they saying? Oh, bro, I ain't even know you was gonna be this big, bro. My bad, bro. No, ain't no my bad, cause I told you. Oh, no, rip, I told you. My boy, I told you already. I told you back then, bro. Hey, look, I need a little help right now. You know what I'm saying? I need a little support, but you didn't want to listen to me. Now look at me and my dogs. Look at me and my dogs. We going ballistics. We going berserko.
I'm the shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm the shit. I don't need nobody. That's how I feel about myself. If you don't feel about, if you don't look at yourself in this way, oh yeah, I'm the shit, the fuck you here for? I look in the mirror every day and say, I'm successful. I'm gonna eat. I'm like that. I love myself. I swear to God, I do that every day. Like my nigga, if I think I'm the shit, I know I'm the shit. It's not even a thing. I am the shit, nigga. I do what the fuck I want. I get what the fuck I want. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like that, oh, bye, fuck you. The fuck you talking for?
Everybody hanging like this. Do like this, do like this. Hey, holding my hand? Yeah. Dedication. Excellent. Discipline.
When you're feeling the most trapped and down and nothing can go right, I feel like those are the moments that define you. Mm-hmm. Those are those character canon moments that are like, what am I going to do now? Mm-hmm. You know, How do you respond to that? And thinking your way, feeling your way, working your way through those things on the other side, it's like, I don't know who said the saying, but like usually, you're the closest to getting what you want is always the hardest. It's always the feeling when you're getting ready to, people give up right before they get what they've always wanted to get. People quit and they give up. And I will not be the person who quit before I got what I wanted or what I needed or what I thought I was supposed to have, and if that wasn't for me, it wasn't for me. I'm gonna keep grinding. I'm gonna keep knocking on the door until I get what I feel. That's been something I've always felt since having the name Michael Jordan and understanding that there's another guy out there named Michael Jordan that was the best ever to do something, and being teased and picked on about that and made me for a moment not wanting to play sports. But then it was like, nah, I'm actually going to make sure I'm going to compete. At least I'm going to compete. You're going to at least see me. I'm going to be somebody that it's not going to be, oh, his name is this. It's going to be, oh no, but he can play. Or, oh no, he can, oh, he has something about him, something that is formidable, that is above average, that is unique to him. And it gave me a healthy chip, So and for the people who are listening, who do have, that doesn't feel like they can change the circumstances with the way they think or they feel, just hold on, just endure.
One big anxiety resolver for me is ruminating on death. I think that's a good one. You're going to die. It's all going to zero. You cannot take anything with you. And I know this is trite. And I know we don't spend enough time thinking about the big questions. we kind of give up on them when we're very, very young. You know, a little child might ask the big questions like, why are we here? What's the meaning of life? What is this all about? You know, is there Santa Claus? Is there God? But then as adults, we're taught not to think about these things, or we've given up on them. But I think the big questions are the big questions for good reasons. And if you can keep the idea in front of you at all times that you're going to die and that everything goes literally to zero, what's there to stress about?
Anxiety and calm is on opposite ends of the nervous system. One says act, the other one says rest. So trying to jump from one to the other, it rarely works. It's too far. But anxiety has a similar excitement. They feel almost the same in the body, right? The same sort of heart rate, the same energy. But whereas one focuses on the risks, the other focuses on rewards. So when anxiety shows up, don't try to clamp it down. Transform it. Ask, what can I gain from facing this situation? What can I learn? How could going through this make me stronger? You don't need to slow down and calm down. You need to aim that energy you have in a better direction.
The biggest mistake any nigga ever make is getting too comfortable, kicking their feet up, taking that motherfucking victory lap. Because you ain't never safe. Somebody always out there watching. And by the time you see him, it's already too late. I think the things you go through make you who you are. Mm-hmm. And in my journey, like, there's certain things that I'm not really, I don't even let it into my system like that. I think depression is a luxury.
Wow.
Because where I'm from, you can't afford to be depressed. You got to pay the bill, right?
Right.
So you got to go to work. You got to get up. You got to go do what you got to do. You got people right now that's at work don't feel like being there.
Mm-hmm.
But they got responsibilities, so they feel uncomfortable while they're working, while they're doing what they got to do. When these guys get in a slump and they just decide that they're not going to do anything, I'm like, where they do that?
And, it was my daughter who kind of put things in perspective for me, Gianna. She's now 13, and she was like, well, you always tell us to go for it. So...
She put you on the
spot. She put me on the spot. She was like, you going to talk about it? You going to be about it, basically. And, and that gave me the final push.
Just paid in full for y'all that don't know. I think the most important relationship that you need to have is low-key a relationship with yourself. Because it's like, how you gonna have a good relationship in somebody else, whether it's friendship, girlfriend, boyfriend, and things of that nature, if you don't even have a good relationship with yourself first? How you gonna love somebody and you don't even love yourself first? See, that's where everybody be going wrong. Like, they be asking me, why you ain't got no girlfriend? Why you ain't in a relationship? Because I had to step away from relationships in order to, start to learn myself and learn what I like to do on my own. You know what I'm saying? Now, since I did that, I became like a better person for somebody else. See, before, I was low-key insecure. You know what I'm saying? I was judgmental and things of that nature. But when I stepped away from relationships and started working on myself, you know what I'm saying, and get in a better relationship with myself, now the next time I get in a relationship, bro, I'm gonna be like the best boyfriend in the world. But I had to get away from relationships first in order to start that process. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you feel me?
It don't matter how many times you fumble in terms of feeling that something. You know what I'm saying? I say that because I'm always up some when it comes to the gym. But check this out. You always see me back in it though. You feel me? It don't matter how many times you might fall. As long as you get up, you good money. I ain't gonna lie, chat. Just don't stay down. Just make sure you keep getting up.
Look at things differently. Challenge yourself to look at things as the glass half full. Challenge yourself to think 4 steps ahead. Think your way through it. Like, now we have so many tools. We have so much information. There's a lot of misinformation out there, but there's so much information to be curious. Find something that does resonate with you, even if it's not in the world that you ever thought you would be in. Find something that you align with. And because everybody aligns with something. That's not an excuse I'm willing to take from anybody. Align with something And find your positivity, find your intuition within that thing, and be intentional.
There's a list of things that are not doing the thing. So here is a list of things that are not doing the thing. Preparing to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Scheduling time to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Making a to-do list is the thing isn't doing the thing. Telling people you're going to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Messaging friends who may or may not be doing the thing isn't doing the thing. Writing a banger tweet about how you're going to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Hating on yourself for not doing the thing isn't doing the thing. Hating on other people who have done the thing isn't doing the thing. Hating on the obstacles in the way of you doing the thing isn't doing the thing. Fantasizing about all of the adoration you'll receive once you do the thing isn't doing the thing. Reading about how to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Reading about how other people did the thing isn't doing the thing. Reading this essay isn't doing the thing. The only thing that is doing the thing is doing the thing. And I love this insight. Ambition is when you expect yourself to close the gap between what you have and what you want. Entitlement is when you expect others to close the gap between what you have and what you want.
And I always say that. I'm sorry I'm about to get preaching. That's what I always say. No matter how many times you stray away from God, God will never stray away from you. I keep my Bible open at all times.
So I'm sweating my shirts and shit. This is for y'all. For y'all, so y'all can hear me loud and clear. But on some real shit, man. You can do whatever you put your mind to. Purchase anything you want to purchase. Like, this shit is materialistic, you know. This ain't gonna mean nothing in a few years. 10 years from now, this car is gonna probably be flat in the air. But it's just about when you put your mind to something. I literally woke up and said I want to make that, and I went and got one. So it's just really about you putting in that hard work. I know I've been working hard. Whether you believe it or not, I've been working my ass off for the past 6 years straight. And I've been working on my craft, whether it comes from music, making videos. I put my hard work and effort into it. Even when I'm down or it's not going the way I wanted to go, I never gave up and I kept going.
I'm chilling, bro.
So I hope a lot of y'all already say this. And, you know, I pat myself on the back because I believe it too. A lot of y'all look at me as inspiration and motivation, and you can do whatever you put your mind to. And I want to say I'm walking proof and living proof. I'm not from Silver Spoon. Like, I grew up in the hood, motherfucker. Niggas think just because I do YouTube, motherfuckers ain't been through no type of struggle. You know, there's been times where we ain't had water, we ain't had lights. We had to fucking boil water to take baths, nigga. And I thought that shit was life. I thought that was normal. And, you know, it's just, it no matter what hand you dealt, it's up to you whether you want to live better or not. It's not up to them. It's not up to you. Don't look at somebody else, they life. Oh, they living good over here. Why can't I live good? I can't do this because I live in this way. No, nigga, it's up to you.
I'm not like,
bitch about it.
I'm not big
That's
with
the,
people.
that's
Like,
the hand
I'm
you
not
dealt.
names and stuff.
You
I
gotta
can probably know who
you
the
gotta
face
take what
is.
you got.
Names and
Say,
stuff. Probably,
you got lemons, make
that's
lemonade.
myself.
It's up to you. It's up to you to make lemonade. It ain't up
Honestly,
to
like,
nobody else. Don't look at nobody else's life
I
and
don't
try to see,
look at everybody
how
and
can
be
I,
like,
you know, how could I,
like,
why I can't
I'm
do
a
this,
person
I
like,
gotta
I grew
work
up
this
in
job for the
church.
rest of my
You know
life.
what I
No,
mean?
the fuck you don't.
I
If you
grew
want to
up
work that
strict
job for the
church,
rest of your
church,
life, that's on you.
and then
That's 100% on
I had
you.
to learn
I'm
things.
telling you,
At home, it
I didn't
was
want to work at
a
TJ
different
Maxx.
type of household, you know?
I didn't want to bag bags at Kroger's in Michigan. And I tell this story, I think I told this story before, but one of the craziest stories to me, one of the most
Tell my dad, like, once
things
my
that
dad
really
left,
opened
that's
my
when
eyes.
everything flipped.
I was bagging groceries
It
for
was
this old
in the
white man. He's probably dead now. Fuck that nigga. But it was an old white man.
That'll be a good reaction for me. Perfect.
I accidentally
I
put
appreciate you.
the milk on top of his eggs, but it didn't crush it. He was like, "Why the fuck you do that?"
It sounds familiar.
That's why you gonna get paid the big
I
bucks.
don't know.
I got more money than him, and I'm alive. He dead now. So that really put me in perspective. Like, motherfuckers really look at you a certain type of way.
Bro, this is what I do to motivate myself. Because I ain't got
People
no
look down.
church music.
So take any type of discouragement,
I don't know if you can
whether
hear
it's
it, but-
family member that look down on you.
I'm sorry that
friends,
what you call not sorry, but like,
anybody that look down on you, don't take it as
the layout is
down.
heavily.
Pick
I'm
your
just
guard up.
trying to get people to see that.
Grab
You
his
know, I'm trying to
foot,
get my
break
shit
that
together.
bitch. Get up and whoop his ass. You get what I'm saying? You see my analogy? Don't give up. Don't take somebody putting you down as you being down. Take that as motivation for you to get up. That's what I did. Now I'm sitting in the back of my own Maybach that I just bought that cost $300,000, and I'm eating Chipotle. and then I'm finna go drive this bitch back to my mansion and park this bitch next to my Rolls Royce, my Lamborghini, and my BMW i8 Roadster. And I'm gonna check my bank account. And I'm gonna still be a millionaire. No flex. Take it as motivation. Hate on me if you won't. I'm here to motivate y'all. I'm here to inspire y'all. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart.
I've been obsessed with getting my team right.
Hey, he
I've
sound
been
like me,
obsessed
bro.
with getting the right
He said 1K
personnel
subs
on the
soon.
right
Appreciate
brain
that, Brody.
frequency
Yeah, you know it.
and getting everybody on the same page
He said do a reaction real quick if you got time.
accomplish
Bet I
these
will.
things that we need to go
I
accomplish.
got the clips, bro.
I truly
That's me
believe it's going
on my
to
kid
be
account,
better
bro.
for everyone. I
It's
think it's
not
really going to
bad,
make
but
an
it's just
impact,
not.
you know.
It's not like a regular
And so
clip, bro.
there's a
Full screen too, it's
obsessiveness
not
that you got to
vertical.
have to over communicate, to follow up, to be redundant, consistent, you know, that you need. And I'm obsessed about it, you know, strengthening my family. I'm obsessed over it,
Still
you know,
Cristiano.
to lead by example,
1K goals.
you know, and break generational trauma and curses. I'm obsessed over it.
I want to go ahead and push too is
Appreciate
that,
that, brother.
bro, like, man, people be thinking it's like, on the other thing, like, don't think that you gotta piggyback on somebody to get you where you want to be. Bro, this shit, like, no cap, in the most nonchalant way, straightforward.
I ain't gonna lie, I've been
To
reaching
get
out to
to
other
where
like
you
content
want to be
creators
at
and streamers
is
and
not going to be
trying to,
easy at all.
trying to figure out
None of this
what's
go-
the next.
none of
Not
this
like
is
reaching out
easy.
to them like texting
Like, they
them,
only
like,
see the when
just
somebody,
posting
like,
live
they gotta see
saying,
the whole
yo,
come up.
I'm Dior, blah, blah,
Bro,
blah,
if
blah.
I was to, people think my blow up was fast. People think, like, I went fast and shit. But, bro, like, this
That's
shit
how I
took
that's how I get for that's how
streaming.
I
I've
get
been
like
streaming for 2 years. But
paid for
before that, to
performances
get
too.
to streaming
Like
alone,
I was able
bro,
to sing for
people don't want. People just want
like,
to.
all right, I
Nowadays,
sung
people
for
just don't even want to
Tamar
work no
Braxton.
more, bro. I done met people
It was
that
like,
literally don't want to
what's
put in
all
the
the
pain. They just want, oh, yo, shout me out, bro. Or oh yeah, I'm gonna put my TikTok or
I really do it,
but like
but
people
it's
don't
just
want
like,
to genuinely
I'm not how I wanna be.
work. That's what's gonna separate you from everybody else.
Yes.
You gonna put the hours in to work. I was in college, laptop. Everybody going to parties and shit. I'm in college with my bum ass external drive hanging out the laptop.
Right now.
Editing the video. Bitches was walking past the comment room like, what you doing in here? Like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm editing. I'm over here editing. I record the video, edit the video, 5 minutes before class.
Oh shit!
Upload that bitch. The class is all the way on the across the other campus. I upload, make sure I upload, and I'm sprinting across the campus to go to go to my class, go to the class, and that video probably flopped. You feel me? Like, people think everything gonna be easy too. Like, numbers, don't worry about the numbers, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I post so much videos that don't flop in my past that they ain't get me nowhere, but it's just the adrenaline of working, like, and I think that's why I'm so like on top of my game, because I don't care how, my whole thing is, bro. And if you know me, if anybody around me, they can tell you, bro. I don't give a how much money I get. I don't give a how big I end up being. I'm always gonna have the same hunger and mentality as I did before everything blew up. You guys can do whatever you want. I want to say that again, and I really mean that. You guys can do whatever you guys want. Don't care how big the dream is, man. You can accomplish, man. I've came, and I can honestly say that anything is possible. I've came to realization that nothing is impossible, and I want you guys to grow. I know the impact that I have on my community. I know the impact I have on my supporters, and I want you guys to just succeed in life. And whatever you want to do, whether you're a rapper, whether you want to stream, whether you're a YouTuber, go for it. You know, go for it. And don't get comfortable. Never settle. That's one thing I also learned too. Never settle in life. You're never supposed to be satisfied with where you're at in life. You always want to go for more. Because yes,
For as long as creatives have existed, we've had these same problems.
Guess who's working hard?
Getting people to
Somebody
see
out
our
there in the
work.
world right now is working as hard as you or more than you to claim that spot.
Okay.
And the question is, are you going to let them?
Today's interview
Come
is
on,
going to
man.
be
I love you guys from the bottom of my
heavy. And that's the best word I can use to describe the conversation we're about to have. This is a guy who I have actually read about and saw interviews long before we had a chance to sit and have a conversation. And it's just one of those crazy things because I've been wanting to talk to this gentleman, like literally been, because he's such a fascinating human being.
Supposed to be,
and I'm so intrigued by his life And I'm so intrigued by the idea of there are people out there that are willing to do things that most human beings, not just Americans, but human beings could not even conceive, just to keep us safe.
Ah, the sweet sound of selling and earning on Vinted. Don't wear it, sell it.
I'm Amber from Owasso, Oklahoma. I'm a working mom, and I know what it feels like to be busy. But when you make the time to get active, it truly improves every part of your life. When I'm active, I have more energy that allows me to be more present for my children.
Please welcome former Army Ranger, the first Black sniper in the Army 3rd Battalion, Sergeant Nick Irvin. Sergeant Nick Irvin, welcome to Vlad TV, man.
Hey, I appreciate you for having me on. Definitely.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, I was trying to find the words even as I was introducing you, because your story is incredibly fascinating. It really, really is. And even as I look at you, you're composed. You look as though you never spent one day overseas. You're not what we would expect for a man that has 33 confirmed kills as a sniper. And I'd say
there we go.
Just about as many that are unconfirmed, but you were machine gunners. Before we get deep into your story, is this just who you are? Are you naturally this poised?
To be honest with you, like, I just became this way within the past, I would say 5 years, maybe. Actually 6 years after the birth of my son. Kind of, switched up my whole personality. It was like I didn't mean to do it, but I was forced into that position to become more of a dad figure, as opposed to being the guy who I used to be, a hothead, short temper. And I think that came from, 6 deployments, doing a bunch of different things. And you come back here and I just knew what I was capable of doing. I grew up as, I was being bullied as a kid throughout all high school. And after my first deployment and shooting somebody, I remember telling myself I was 18 years old, and I was like, I'll never get bullied again. And it just kind of upped that, I guess, that persona in me, that beast in me, that animalistic, primal behavior that I had of being, to have the job that I had, you had to be a savage. And coming back here to the States wasn't, conducive to the environment stateside, being that character. So after the birth of my son, I was kind of forced into simmering down a little bit, settling down and calming down. I couldn't be that way. It was a hard character. And we all have characters at the end of the day. We're all portraying somebody, even if it's who we think we are, we're portraying that person. So to be able to switch up, change characters, it's, we're all actors in this big game, this big stage, of life. So it was just something I had to do for the, betterment of my family.
Smart founders know something most people miss. Get your domain name even if you're not ready to launch your business. With Wix, you can...
Okay, you talked about being bullied when you were young. Talk to me about your family and your upbringing.
Yeah.
Were your parents disciplinarians? I know that you are a former Army Ranger. Were your parents in the service?
That makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. My mom and dad. I was actually born overseas in Augsburg, Germany. My parents both were in the Army. They were doing counterintelligence stuff back in the Cold War, fighting against the Soviets with technology and copying Morse code and stuff like that, intercepting different, I don't know what they were doing. They still say it was top secret or whatnot, but I grew up there and it was like a dream of mine to, want to be like my dad. That was all I saw was Army uniform and him being proud of his service. And I just wanted to follow along those footsteps, but I was not too smart to be like a computer guy. But I knew I wanted to follow along those lines and be in the military, definitely.
Wow. Counterintelligence. So your parents are pretty intelligent. Obviously, they're very smart people. Did you follow in their footsteps? Did you graduate with a high GPA?
No, I graduated with the 1.7 GPA.
I'm not gonna lie, Cat. That was unexpected. He said it like really confident. He was like, "Yeah, I graduated with 7 GPA." Yep. That's wild.
Excuse me?
1.7. I was.
Excuse me too. Excuse me?
Following their footsteps, did you graduate with a high GPA?
No, I graduated with the 1.7 GPA.
Excuse me?
1.7. I was.
Bro, he's dead serious, bro. Like you said, it's so chill, but he's dead serious, bro. 1.7 GPA. 1.7.
Both parents are counterintelligence and you graduated with a 1.7?
Oh yeah. It was a hard childhood. It was a lot of disciplinary actions, a lot of punishment.
All right, I could hear a little bit of the young child in them a little bit, and I could see just a little bit of why they bullied him. Probably the way he talked. I'm not trying to say he got bullied because of the way he talked, but based off of what I hear, it sounded like he was just like. It was when I was young. I cried a lot whenever anybody would treat me a certain way, and I didn't like it. But yeah, it seemed like he probably was like a crybaby or something. His cries used to be annoying or something. I don't know. He gives off an annoying kid, you know. Plus, he grew up military, so he grew up different from other people. Probably his parents probably was like. Those type of parents that's like, I'm not trying to be stereotypical or anything, but those parents that like, because they were smart and stuff like that, they didn't really, I'm not gonna say it, but y'all get what I'm saying.
Suspensions from school. I got into a lot of, confrontations and fights in school, and
that's because they tried to bully him. He got tired of that shit. Excuse my language. Yeah, they tried to bully him. He got tired of it. He said, "I'm taking him out of my own hands." That's how it's supposed to be, bro. Once you get tired of people trying to tell you what to do and run you over, eventually you gotta do something about it.
I didn't try to be a bad kid, but it was just the people I hung around and the people who were around me at the school and where I grew up at. I just wanted to kind of fit in with the crowd, I guess, and it kind of worked in my favor, but not so much. I was not really built for that. I didn't find out that part of me until I joined the. As far as school goes, no, I was taking like fundamentals of math. My senior year, I barely graduated. I was supposed to get like my diploma mailed to me. I wasn't going to walk across the stage, and it was like a toss in the air if I was going to even graduate or not. So my parents had a hard time with that, and it was by choice, I think. Like I could have done better, but to be the nerd was like I was tired of getting picked on already. So I might as well just put the work to the side.
That's how it be, bro. Being that person that is great at things, bro. Everybody want to pick with you, pick at you, bro. Because they see the greatness in you. You just don't see it. And then because of that, it makes you get out of character because bro, why am I getting treated like this? I'm tired of getting treated like this. You know what I mean? Then things go from this to this, and you just become who you become. It brings that dog out of you, though. I can see how he's good at what he does, or he was good at what he did. Because being that person everybody mess with all the time, it gets annoying after a while. It gets tiring. Why are you bothering me? What did I do to you? You know what I mean? So it's like, now, because you're bothering me, I'm going to make you feel a certain way because you made me feel a certain way. And it's stubborn. That's being stubborn. But like, at the same time, it also teaches you how to take charge over things that's out of your control, but make it to where, like, it just teaches you how to take charge over things that you let slide, basically.
Mom used to make me sleep with my books underneath my pillow to obtain the knowledge at night. So she thought that
Are
was
you serious?
So I might as well just. It was by choice, I think. Like I could have done better, but to be the nerd was like, I was tired of getting, picked on already. So I might as well just put the work to the side. And my mom used to make me sleep with my books underneath my pillow to obtain the knowledge at night. So she thought that
Are
was
you
like-
serious?
Yeah, I'm dead serious. Oh yeah.
Welcome to Wix Harmony. Take the speed of AI and pixel level control.
Okay, who's the disciplinarian in your family, mom or dad?
My dad, definitely my dad. He didn't talk much. He still doesn't talk much, but when it came to discipline, I feared him. Oh yeah. He was a scary guy.
Religion.
Christian.
Christian?
Oh yeah. They
So
were
you
all-
grew up going to church?
every Sunday, during the week, Sunday school, Bible services. I was sitting in the front row at church. My mom, she was doing she was like a sign language interpreter. She's hard of hearing. So I would have to sit up in the front with her, and so she could get like the sign language stuff, and she would teach us sign language, and we were, always in the church. It was not for me. I never liked it.
Well, most kids don't. Typically, as you get older, you find your way back.
Oh yeah,
to the church in one way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Okay. You grow up, 2 parents in the military. You know from a young age, this is what I want to do.
Oh yeah, I was before the age of 10, I was like definitive on what I wanted to do. Elementary school, I was already telling my teachers I wanted to be a Navy SEAL. That was what I originally wanted to be, was a Navy SEAL. Entire, school career, I went about thinking I was going to be a Navy SEAL guy. I would swim, go out to the beach, do beach runs, swimming, 1-2 miles. I had some former Green Beret guy train me up on how to swim. I was scuba qualified at 15. So that was like the path that I wanted to go on.
Dang. This dude was a different breed. Scuba training at 15 years old, swimming 1 to 2 miles. I don't think he said running. I think he said swimming. If I heard him correctly, he said swimming 1 to 2 miles. What?
But I'm colorblind, so that turned out to not be an option. Like, it was out of the question, being colorblind. And the reason why I became an Army Ranger, it was basically after I was told I was colorblind. I passed my ASVAB test, the test that you take to get into the military, barely. And this Army nurse and recruiter, they had heard my story of, well, actually, they heard me crying. I was crying because I was like, man, all my dreams are shut down. I wasn't going to go to college. I don't think I could have. And I was not going to stay at home. So it was like a big fork in the road of, where I thought I was going to go and the options that I had. I was introduced to the Army Ranger career, and I was like, what's that? And the guy told me it was like a Navy SEAL, except they don't swim. So I was like, sure, sign me up. And that's pretty much how that whole journey started, was, failing a color vision test. I'm red, green, colorblind. An Army nurse felt, sympathy for me. She helped me cheat on the test by tracing out her finger on the Izihara test, this color vision test, so I could see the numbers and characters in there. Ended up passing it 14 out of 14. 2 weeks later, I was on my way to Fort Benning, Georgia.
I wanted the word cuppa, as in cup of tea. I thought it would be great to mix with hug. When I saw the domain was available, I was like, I'm taking it, I'm trademarking it, I'm going with it.
From a Ranger.
Hi, I'm Aaron, I'm the owner of Cuppa Pug. We are not a traditional cafe. When I saw Cuppa Pug go...
Okay, so you graduate high school, you go directly into the service.
Oh, yeah.
For sweat?
I was going to ask, because you mentioned, you wanted to be this Navy SEAL. So I'm like, why not go to the Navy?
They didn't have the jobs I wanted. I was in the Navy Sea Cadet Corps in Annapolis, Maryland. And it was just like being a basic Navy guy. And I didn't like the uniform either, like the bell-bottom pants and the
I hate
Dixie Cup hat. I wasn't feeling it.
That's exactly. I'm not gonna lie. I got a Navy PT uniform because I used to do Navy ROTC for like 3 months. But the other uniforms, bro, only thing I liked was the brown uniform with the brown shirt. You know what I mean? And the pants. I didn't like polishing the shoes. I didn't like any of that, bro. I like how Army already had shiny shoes. Whenever you wore your shiny shoes, if they got scuff marks on it, you had to get new ones. But like the other one, the Navy shoes, you really gotta take your time out of the day to polish them and make sure they up to standard. I was not rocking with that, so I was like, man, I'm gonna just stick to what I know. Even though the Army changed their dress blues, the AGSUs, I'd rather wear the AGSUs in the Army than sit here and freaking what he just said, bell bottoms and all that extra stuff. I like the sailors uniforms now, but like at the same time, I still don't like that sailor uniform, that all white uniform with the hat. I don't like a lot of the uniforms they have.
So I needed something different.
Got you. Educate me. I never had the opportunity to serve. Can you go directly into the Army and say, hey, I want to be a Ranger? Because you're talking about becoming this Army Ranger, which we know it's very, very difficult to get into any of these special forces. Do you go in day one after basic training and go right into Ranger school, or is there a process before you can become a Ranger?
No, it's a pretty long process. You can go in and ask for a Ranger contract, and that's essentially what I did. They call it the option 40, and they put Ranger in your contract, but there's like a 75% chance that won't even happen. So after basic, I went to, well, you have to go to airborne school. You jump out of planes and, you know, all that cool stuff. Graduated basic, went to airborne school. After airborne school, we went to a Ranger selection, about a month long, no days off. And our class size when I first went there was like 85, somewhere around that number, 85, 88 guys. And by the time it was done, only 6 of us graduated. And we had another guy walk on from another class. So 7 total out of almost 100 guys actually made it. And then from there, we went on to the Ranger Battalion. Mine was 3rd Ranger Battalion. I did 2 years there and went to Ranger School, and that is a 62-day course. Lost 40 pounds in that school, came back to 3rd Ranger Battalion and deployed a few more times, and then went to sniper school and all the other cool stuff. But it's a pretty good long process, about 2 years worth.
It's about 2 years, because you just went through a bunch of schooling and a bunch of training just now.
Oh, yeah.
Jumping out of airplanes to Ranger School, and I believe it was Ranger School where you said you lost how many pounds?
About 40 pounds, 40 pounds.
Is that normal?
30, 35 pounds is pretty normal. I would say normal. Like, you don't eat much. It's the equivalent of walking like the entire East Coast in 62 days with about 120 pounds on your back. And some days there's food. And by food, I mean like bare minimum, amount of food. A cracker here or Skittles here. You try to make do with essentially what you have, which is an MRE, a meal ready to eat. And you may or may not get one. You may not have time to eat one because you're moving all night, all day, walking up the mountains, in the swamps, doing all that cool stuff. It's not cool, but it looks good on TV.
I gotta ask, you said you were bullied as a kid. Everybody does not become a Navy SEAL. Everybody does not become an Army Ranger. What do you have? What did you have that, I think you said something like 80 people started, close to 100 people start, 7 people finish. What is it about you or any of the guys, your brothers, who are going through this grueling process that allow you guys to make it?
It can be scary to pursue your dream, but it's also exciting. I built a Wix website in one night, and it completely changed my career. I'm Kevin Zick, and I'm a reportage artist in New York City. I've drawn everything from local stories here in Brooklyn to...
For me, it was like a few reasons. I would say 2 or 3 reasons. One, I was just too scared to fail. Like, I would be embarrassed. I told my family, I preached about it my entire school career. I'm not going to fail. I'm going to become this Navy SEAL or sniper. And I just didn't want to go back and feel
Let
like I
everybody down.
failed.
Mhm.
That embarrassment of preaching to someone, you know, for 10, 12 years, I'm going to do this thing, and then you don't do it because I quit. And I guess you could say I kind of enjoyed watching other people fail, like guys who I thought were stronger than me. They look, you know, pretty much look like football players, big guys, strong guys, and I'm like, you know, there's no way this guy's going to quit. So when I would see those guys quit, I would feed off of that, and I don't know, it was like this weird complex of I enjoyed watching the weaker people fall out and quit, and me still, you know, be there standing at the end. I was looking forward to that. And the third reason, I was just too dumb to quit. Like, I wanted to quit every day, but I was just too dumb to quit. I would always say, you know, I'll quit tomorrow, or I'll quit in 30 minutes, or I'll quit after this 8 hours worth of push-ups, or 12 mile, 15-mile run. I would always, you know, plan ahead and say, I'm going to quit after that. But after I got done, I was like, you know what? It really wasn't that bad. It was just in that moment, it really was bad and painful. And after the fact, I was like, it wasn't that bad. So I stuck around for another day, another 30 minutes, another evolution of, you know, getting beat down. And after the fact, I was like, it wasn't that bad. It could be worse, you know?
That's the mentality they want you to have as a soldier. I'm not gonna lie. Me as a soldier, bro, basic training, I thought it was hard. Excuse me, I don't want to cuss much stream, but I thought it was gonna be hard, bro. I ran from basic training for 2 years before I joined the military. I had 2 years to be able to join the military, and that thought just alone that I was gonna fail and let my family down, it sucked. But you gotta get through it because you don't want to let your family down. You don't want to go back home and everybody's still doing the same things. You changed your life and now you're back in the same situation, you know? So like, I was looking at basic training as a way of, you know what I mean, getting out of what I was trying to get out of. You know what I mean? They tell you to always remember your reason and always remember your why. If you forget your reason and your why, you need to find that, because if you don't know your reason or your why, you're not going to get far in the military. Or you're not going to be at where you want to be in the military because you can't think of your reason or your why. One thing that I have learned as a soldier, you just gotta embrace the suck. Because like, I hate getting smoked, right? But getting smoked ain't that bad, because after that you feel good. You got through it. You got through something you thought you couldn't get through. You get what I'm saying? So it sucks at the beginning, but once you got through it, it's like, yo, that was easy. Somebody else it can't be easy for, because they don't want to put that work in. I mean, it might not be easy for it because they don't want to put that work in. But honestly, doing the stuff you really hate doing, it gets easy to do the stuff you hate doing the more you do the stuff you hate doing. And now it's something that you love. You love doing something that you hate. You get what I'm saying? If you get that mindset like, yo, like, I can do what I hate, you know what I mean? That's gonna make you love what you hate, because the stuff that you hate is embracing you to become something better. The stuff that you hate, once you get through it, you're gonna be like, I got through it. I'm done. I completed the task. Some people don't know how to complete the task, though, and that's what I loved about being in the military. They teach you these things, but you just gotta pay attention to it. You know what I mean? You gotta pay attention to how to embrace the suck, how to, you know what I mean, keep going when it's hard. Because it's easy to do the easy things, but it's not easy to do the hard things. You know what I mean? So yeah, just, you know what I mean? I feel like his mindset, really, he got used to just knowing that it's not that hard. You know what I mean? Once you got used to knowing that it's not that hard, even though it sucks, it hurts, it burns, the pain sucks, after a while it gets easier on the other end.
You know, we hear these stories about these special forces guys, specifically the Navy SEALs in the Hell Week.